Anytime anybody wants to try to get money and to say, you know what, person that only believes in numbers, here are the numbers. So you can use that for getting your funding for whatever your arts needs are with young people. But then the next year we said, okay, well, let's set out to prove it. Mm-hmm. So instead of going to, Baldwin Hills or somewhere where there is support and families would be taking their kids to the museum anyway, we said, we're going to go into the lowest performing schools in the country. So we started with a pilot program of about 10 schools. The bottom 2% of poverty level in the country, and also the performance. Anyway, one of my schools was the lowest performing school in the country. It was in Louisiana, in New Orleans. Those years Louisiana was last. Mm-hmm. So within 3 years, we went from like a F- to a C+, and now we're a B- school. Wow. And that was only 3 years ago. So the thing is, all of our schools showed marked improvement to the point that some of the comparable schools in the district, people were trying to transfer in, thinking they were magnet schools. But and what we did was brought arts, integrated it in to the curriculum. Some of the classes were after school if you just wanted to do some art, but the most important thing is we weren't trying to breed artists. We were trying to say how much art is part of a human being, and everybody is part of your development, exercising your creativity. And so we would get the math teacher. First of all, we brought in arts professionals, teaching professionals, and they all worked together. And the faculty themselves came up with the strategies. So we end up with long division boogaloo when you get the math teacher to work with the dance teacher, and literally keep teaching kids how to divide with their feet and the taps and all that. All kinds of strategies. But anyway, so that's what we did. We need to make sure that education is a priority. Mm-hmm. I would think it's a national security issue. Until we fund it the way it should be funded, we also right now have the ability to reform schools using that simple method. We had a template. We're now in 68 schools, hoping to expand, but we've cut off from the President's Committee, and we are now an entity unto ourselves. It's called Turnaround Arts. But you can go online and look at that.
Oh, that's great.
So, I told you better ask me a question.
That's right. That's okay.
I was born, then I went to school.
Were you exposed to arts classes in school? Is that what kind of spurred?
Well, you know what? I say to kids, I am on the President's Committee. I was on the President's Committee on Arts and Humanities, not because I am particularly talented, because there's lots of other talented people. It's not because I'm on the screen, because there's lots of people on the screen. But I am on the President's Committee. He asked me to be on that committee because of who I was as a citizen. And who I am as a citizen is because, okay, let me give you this. Mm-hmm. And I keep turning away from you because I don't want to leave you all out. Actors never let somebody be behind their back, just like gangsters. So, say in my school, 400 kids, back to school night, maybe you could get 7 parents to come back. There's a high incident of substance addiction, abuse, incarceration, and the parents that were there were working and couldn't come, all kinds of things, but nobody came out. But if you say Alfre, Forrest, Sarah Jessica, Carrie, and I'm forgetting some of our other initial artists, if they're coming to school, the parents go, I'm coming tonight. And so then what you do is, we were just kind of the fire ships. Then you talk about really what your success is due to. And then we leave in our wake all the teaching professionals, and it actually brings visibility locally to those schools. And we try to make sure we encourage local partnerships, because they're going to need the long-range people supporting them locally. But you know how it is. It takes somebody else coming in to tell you your kids are special before you go like, oh yes, well I'll invest in that. So then I would say,